Hi, it's Posy again. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to tell you a story about a family tragedy. It comes from Genesis 4. The man became known as Adam, and his wife was named Eve. Adam and Eve made their home in the land beyond Eden. Life was very hard for them, but they found joy in their sorrow. Eve gave birth to 2 sons. The first she named Cain, and the second she named Abel. Abel grew up to be a shepherd, looking after his flocks. He spent his life in the hills, watching over his sheep in all weathers, keeping them safe in the harsh storms that thundered in the sky, or protecting the lambs in the spring from the wolves that came prowling. Cain was a farmer who dug the earth and planted crops. He worked on the plains far below, digging and hacking the earth. He sweated and sighed at his work. Sometimes it was so tough he scarcely raised his eyes from the hoe. It seemed as if all he ever did was break up the earth and sow seeds, then dig and hack and sow more seeds. Time passed, and Cain and Abel decided to make a special offering to God. Cain chose some of his crops, a few vegetables, and some fruit. His offering might not be the best of all he had grown that year, but it was a fair choice. After all, God had the whole world, so what was one little offering to him? Abel thought differently. He believed that everything he had belonged to God, so he chose as his offering the finest sheep from the whole flock. God was pleased with Abel's gift, and Cain became jealous. He felt anger burning inside him. Cain shouted at his younger brother and poured scorn on his offering. God saw what happened and said to Cain, "Why are you angry? If you do what is right, then you will win my approval too." God knew that Cain resented giving even his small offering and that he hated his brother bitterly. "Cain," whispered God, "sin is crouching at the door of your life like an animal, ready to attack you, but you must win the battle against the evil in your heart." Cain refused to listen. He found Abel and said to him, "Why don't we go for a walk in the fields?" When they were alone together, Cain turned on his brother Abel in a fury and killed him. Cain quickly dug a hole in the ground and buried Abel. He covered it up with stones and soil, but God called out to him, "Cain, where is your brother Abel?" "How should I know? Am I my brother's keeper?" Cain shrugged his shoulders. "What have you done?" asked God sorrowfully, and his voice was like the wind raging across the wild plains. "Your brother's blood is crying to me from the earth." Cain sank down to his knees. His terrible crime could not be hidden from God, who told him, "Now you are under a curse. You must leave the land which will never be fruitful for you again. From today you will be a restless wanderer through the earth." Cain trembled in fear at the thought of this punishment, but God took pity on him. "I will protect you wherever you go," he promised. So Cain left his home forever and journeyed far away. Thank you for listening to today's story. Join us next time as we talk about a flood and a rainbow from Genesis 6 through 9. Bye-bye.